How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today I will be working on my 96 Toyota Celica. Today I will be replacing my third brake light seal. So as you can see here, the seal here is very old and crusty. There's like a lot of cracks, and I just want to change that out. I purchased this seal here all the way from Europe. It's not OEM, but hopefully it fits perfectly with no modification. First thing we need to do is pop the trunk to remove some plastic trims out of the way to access the third brake light. So carefully remove the trim cover on the trunk with some tools. Slowly pry them each one by one because you don't want to break these clips. These clips are very fragile. They can be easily break off when you try to remove this plastic trim here. As you can see, I am moving around the trims one by one, try to get to the clips. Carefully remove these clips one by one. You can feel it with your fingers or you can feel it with your tools. Just carefully remove them. Once you remove the plastic trims on the trunk, you'll be able to access the bolts and nuts that's holding on to the third brake lights. So once the trim is removed, you can access these 4 bolts here. These are 12mm bolts. Just remember to unclip that wire for the third brake light bulbs. To remove the third brake light, there are 2 nuts holding on to it, so make sure to take those off. Once you remove the nuts, just push the third brake light down and you should be able to pop that off. Just do it carefully so you don't break anything, as these third brakes are old and fragile, so you might break them during the process of removing it. Carefully remove the seal off the third brake lights. If you want to save it, make sure you remove it slowly and carefully so it's not torn or anything. Once you remove the OEM seal out of the way, you can finally install the new seal. Alright, now it's time to test fit the new seal. So I'm going to go ahead and install it to make sure everything is fit and snug properly. After examining the third brake light, I realized that there's like a tab at the center of the third brake light, so I will have to make a little adjustment. I made a mark on my seal, so I will know exactly where to cut out to get that groove so it will sit properly on the third brake light. And this is the OEM seal. You can see there's like a groove there, so it will sit properly onto the third brake lights. After I made the cut onto my seal, it's time to install onto the third brake lights. Just gotta make sure that it's seated properly and it's not moving back and forth. Alright, so I got this cylinder installed. You just reverse the process, you should be able to install it. It takes a little bit of time because, oops, sorry about that. So it takes a little bit more time because you have to use a trim tool to help you adjust the cylinder to seat correctly because it's not OEM. And my concern is that it's missing the foams around the seal. So hopefully there is no water leaks. As you can see here, this one has the foams around it and this one does not have the foams around it as shown earlier. But so far it is seated pretty good. As you can see, it looks great. There is no cracks or any wear or tear. So far so good. Alright, so that's gonna be it for my video. This install is pretty straightforward and easy, but whew, man, the struggle is real when you have to babysit and work on cars at the same time. So thank you for watching, you guys. You guys have a nice day and stay cool.